In the forests of northern Estonia, wargames are underway. It's multinational. This is NATO doing what it does best, working together as an allied force. But here on NATO's eastern flank, these deployments are about more than rehearsing for war. Just over the horizon lies Russia. BFBS Forces News has been embedded with troops for the final phase of exercise Bold Panzer, a major deployment combining infantry and heavy armour, designed to keep the soldiers ready for any potential invasion. But how likely is that to happen? How often does Russia cross the minds of those on the ground?
The day before we took command of this rotation of Kabrit, you had Russian planes flying into Estonian airspace, and we had drones flying into Eastern Europe as well, across NATO's flank. That provided the impetus and the motivation to make the soldiers understand this is a real life environment where the threat is imminent to them, can happen at any time. And then within that, we've got the opportunity, whilst we're here, to continue to refine and revise all of our procedures and to better integrate at every opportunity with the Estonians to make sure we're ready for when the fight happens.
Russia is about 100 miles away in that direction, just over the horizon. It's very likely that Europe's next major war will be fought on this terrain. And just look at it. It's so flat, it's so open, it's very inviting for an advancing enemy force. NATO's eastern flank is constantly reinforced, in the air and on the ground. 8 multinational battle groups act as a defensive wall against any encroachment from the east. Here in Estonia, that responsibility falls to the British Army, currently led by the Royal Tank Regiment and its attached units.
So the battle group works for the Estonian Brigade. I have a French company as part of my battle group, and so we work most closely together. But the fantastic opportunity with this exercise is to be able to work alongside Polish tank crews, alongside Slovenian anti-tank crews, and also other French dismounted forces, as well as the Estonians playing the enemy, to really understand how we all work together, interoperate and cooperate when we need to.
The training area here is vast, roughly the size of West London. We're travelling with an Estonian Defence Force driver who shares his thoughts on modern warfare as we head out onto the exercise area.
Ukrainian war, that everything will change. You might have challengers or all kind of vehicles, but these enemies, they use drones, and all these plans have changed for now.
The scenario here is an enemy has come over the border and taken up positions in this area. The battle group's task is simple: to take back those positions and to destroy the enemy. The task involves British warriors from 1 Mercian, Challenger 2s from the Royal Tank Regiment, and a large French infantry contingent. Every soldier wears TES, the Tactical Engagement Simulation System, a kind of high-tech laser tag. Each shot fired triggers a beam that tracks where a real round would land. The system's fitted to vehicles too, and can simulate artillery fire, letting troops call in virtual fire missions on their desired targets. If you're hit, a speaker on the vest tells you you're dead.
100 meters.
Behind the action, the rear echelon is vital to keeping everyone in the fight. Here, troops refuel tanks, feed soldiers, and when needed, treat casualties, both simulated and real.
Without the fuel, there's no movement.
Yeah.
So this will hold about 7,000 litres, 1 replen, gone.
Wow. So how many vehicles is that?
We split it down because we've got 2 lorries here, so you're looking at about 6 to 10 per replen.
So you're telling me like 6 to 10 vehicles come through you and then you're out?
And then you're pretty much out of fuel. You've got about 1,000 litres left.
This being the Baltic, the medics also maintain a heated tent, a kind of field sauna if you like, to fend off hypothermia.
So you come like that.
Oh my gosh.
It is super luxurious.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's just remarkable. We're close to the Baltic Sea. It is Baltic, literally. I think we were close to 0 last night. But in here, it's like stepping into the Mediterranean.
Oh, it's lovely. Obviously, it's not on all night. We keep it on like throughout the day, and then on night time, we're fully shut down unless we have got casualties and patients.
This is also where the crews bring their vehicles when they've got a problem.
But we got no power anyway, so we had to tow it last night. So we took all the props out of the front, which just gives you your drive, so you can actually like drive the vehicle and move it.
Yeah, it's been fun, been pretty interesting. I mean, you get on the morning a bit snap at each other, a bit like, oh, it's cold, don't want to get out of bed, but you're all in this same it together, so it gives you that bit of a bond. You know what I mean? You're all in it together, so it's funny at the end of the day. When you look back, you go telling funny stories, like, oh, do you remember that time when blah, 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 blah? And you're like, yeah, you're laughing when afterwards, because it's a bit. Not the best now, but in 2 weeks' time or whatever, when the exercise is over, you're sat in a pub like, yeah, that'll be pretty funny.
Good to meet you, mate.
Good to meet you too.
Beyond this exercise, the battle group's real-world mission is clear: to hold the line if Russia ever crossed the border, buying time until NATO's reinforcements arrive. These soldiers could expect to do this for anything from 2 to 10 days.
What does being deployed on this actual exercise offer a young Lance Corporal in a Royal Tank Regiment squadron who might be on his first or second tour? How will this help his career? What will he take from it?
He'll take from it an experience of working with international partners, most importantly, of being away from home and recognising everything that other countries have to offer in terms of the facilities to go and visit whilst they're not operating and whilst they're not training. And then more importantly, they get to deliver their own leadership skills with their own soldiers, be it on a tank or dismounted as infantry, and really test themselves in the most demanding environment and conditions for when they return back to the UK and they progress on with their careers.
As this mock war reaches its climax, the multinational Green Force launches its final assault on its enemy, known as the Red Force. It's made up of Estonian and Latvian troops. It ends as all good war games do, with a spectacular firefight. With Index called, the troops will now regroup. The geopolitical reality in Europe, however, remains unchanged. Russia continues its war in Ukraine, and encroachments in the air and across borders are expected to continue. Whatever the future holds though, in the short or long term, this battle group, along with the 7 others guarding NATO's eastern flank, will maintain its watch. They're ready, and they're waiting. James Wharton, BFBS Forces News, Tapa, Estonia.
Thanks for watching. For more from BFBS Forces News, like and subscribe to our channel.